The ocean is already a mysterious place, but what if I told you that it used to be a home to creatures so terrifying they'd make today's sharks look like goldfish? From bone-crushing jaws to bizarre features you wouldn't believe. We're about to dive into the world of the ancient sea monsters that once ruled the oceans. So anyways, let's begin. Our first ancient terror takes us back to the Jurassic period, where a 30-foot-long predator stalked the ocean. Meet the Megalodon. Oh my god. With jaws strong enough to crush bones and teeth the size of knives, this beast was no gentle giant. It dominated the ocean waters, preying upon anything it wanted with its massive streamlined body built for speed and power. The Pls ambush hunting style made it especially dangerous. Imagine this colossal creature hiding in the shadows, waiting to strike its prey with lightning speed. Even smaller marine reptiles were no match for this super predator. But don't get too comfortable yet. If you think Pls was terrifying, wait till you meet our next predator. A shark that didn't even hunt in the ocean, but in fresh water. Let's check out something even more unusual. You've heard of sharks dominating the ocean seas, but how about a shark that thrived in ancient swamps and rivers? Orthocanthus, a freshwater predator from over 250 million years ago. This eel-like shark had a long, slender body that could reach up to 10 feet in length. Its unique design allowed it to slither through the dense vegetation of ancient swamps, snatching up prey like a snake in water. But here's where it gets weird. Orthocanthus had two-pronged forked teeth that made it perfect for grabbing slithery amphibians and fish. These sharks weren't just strange looking, they were highly effective predators. And while Megalodon ruled the Jurassic seas, Orthocanthus dominated the ancient oceans, proving no ecosystem was safe from terrifying predators. But if you think Orthocanthus was bizarre, you haven't seen anything yet. Our next creature took strange to a whole new level. Let's dive even further to meet the prehistoric sea scorpion that makes nightmares look tame. Now let's go back over 400 million years ago to the time of the Pterygotus, a giant sea scorpion that can grow up to 9 feet long. Yeah, you heard me right. 9 feet of armored clawed terror. Unlike anything we have today, Pterygotus was the top predator of its era, ruling the shallow seas and rivers with its massive claws and flat paddle-like tail that allows it to move through water with surprising agility. Its long spiked claws were designed to crush fish and other small sea creatures, making Pterygotus a deadly ambush predator. Imagine swimming in the ancient waters and getting snatched up by this creature that looks like a scorpion, but it's the size of a crocodile. Though it's long extinct, Pterygotus' fossilized remains reminds us of how terrifying life used to be in the ancient oceans. And while today's oceans have their fair share of predators, they've got nothing on what came before them. From the bone-crushing jaws of the Megalodon to the snake-like slither of the Orthocanthus to the giant claws of Pterygotus, it's clear that the ancient oceans were once home to creatures far more terrifying than anything we've seen today. Sorry to pause the video here, but if you like the video so far, please like, share, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it, and it supports the channel in so many ways. Anyways, I'll continue the video here. If you think today's oceans are scary, just wait until you hear what used to swim in them. We're about to explore 3 of the most dangerous sea creatures that turned the ancient ocean waters into the ultimate death trap. These creatures weren't just weird, they were lethal. So grab onto something because let's dive straight into this video. To kick things off, let me tell you about something you wouldn't expect to find in the ocean. A giant sea scorpion. Meet Megalodon, an armored predator that lived over 460 million years ago. At around 3 feet long, this deep sea scorpion might not sound too intimidating until you see its spiked and graspy claws. With its spiny limbs, Megalodon snatched up smaller fish and grabbed them into its crushing mouth. Its body was built for stealth and power, covered in segmented armor that makes it tough for other predators to take it down. This was an ambush predator, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. But as deadly as Megalodon was, it wasn't the biggest thing lurking in the waters. Next, we're gonna be talking about the whale that wasn't just big, it was vicious. Next up on the list is Basilosaurus, an ancient whale that roamed the deep seas around 40 billion years ago. But here's the catch, it wasn't the typical peaceful whale. The Basilosaurus was a carnivorous predator with a long eel-like body that could reach up to 60 feet in length. This was no gentle giant. The Basilosaurus was a hunter, preying on anything smaller than itself, including sharks, fish, and even other marine animals. With its sharp pointy teeth and sleek body, the Basilosaurus was built for speed, giving it the ability to chase down and devour its prey. This creature ruled the oceans long before killer whales or great white sharks, making it one of the top predators of its time. But if you think Basilosaurus was terrifying, you haven't seen our final sea monster. Finally, we're going back over 470 million years ago to meet the Camarasaurus, a colossal cephalopod and an ancestor to today's squids and octopuses. But here's the thing, this creature wasn't just big, it was massive. Imagine a squid with a long straight shell that could reach up to 30 feet in length. Yeah, Camarasaurus used its long graspy tentacles to pull its prey, which it would then crush with its powerful beak. It was the largest predator of its time, ruling the oceans and feeding on smaller marine creatures like trilobites and early fish. Its size alone was enough to make it a terrifying sight for anything unfortunate enough to swim by it. Though the Camarasaurus went extinct millions of years ago, its fossil reminds us that the oceans was the home of creatures that defied imagination. And while today's cephalopods might be clever and cute in some aspects, they don't come close to their sheer size and power of their ancient ancestors. From the spiked claws of the Megalodon to the carnivorous reign of the Basilosaurus to the monstrous size of the Camarasaurus, these creatures show that the ancient oceans were the home of predators far more terrifying than P. Diddy. Anyways, thanks for watching the video. See you in the next one. Peace.